Are you ready for some fishing? There's one. That's a good one here. Golly, watch him go. Yeah, that's a good one too. This is a good fish here, folks. Look here. Look at here. How about that? Look at that little piglet. That's a little dandy right there now. Good and full for the winter, boy. I tell you what, they're gorging up on the shad. Right here on the main lake point. We just come out. We just put in right up here at the boat ramp. We just come right around the point here, and this is a good main lake point. So we're just getting started. There's another one. Two fish right here in the same spot. Oh boy, come up here. Right in the same spot. Look at that little dude. See, buddy. Second fish right here, folks, just on the inside of this main lake point. That's another decent fish right there. Oh, watch him go. I want to give up. Golly. Come up here. There you go. Golly, what a pig. Look at the gut on that thing. That's a nice fish right there. Good and healthy. Okay, cut you loose now. Away you go. See ya. Another fish right here, folks. Right here on the point. I've been all in the pocket here, never got bit. Pulled out here on the point and caught a fish. So it seemed like it's going to be a point thing today. Oh, look here, what a fish. I got you now, buddy. Got you now. You little dandy. All right, we'll let you go. Third fish I've caught here off this point here, folks. We fished it earlier and caught a couple fish off of it, and I come back and fish it again with the shaky head. And they're still down there. Got the creek channel swinging right in here real close to it. Watch him dig. Woo! Here he comes. Come up here, buddy. Boy, they are stacked on that point. I want some of the triple margarita. We're using the one of Berkeley's. This is their hand poured worm. It's got like 3 different colors in it. It's got a little green pumpkin and got some purple and some blue, and they call it the triple margarita. Oh, he was down there deep. I mean, he was down there deep. Pulled him up out of a well. Fish. All right, well, we moved over here against this bluff now, folks. And what I'm doing is I've got this football head jig out, and I'm getting up here pretty close to it, to the edge of the bluff, because it's almost straight off, but it's got just a little bit of a shelf that comes out here. I'm just pitching this jig up here and letting it fall off down to that shelf, and that's where that fish was sitting at. He was down there about 15 foot or so. Oh, there's another one. This is a good one here. Oh Lord, golly! Look here. This is a good fish, folks. Good night. Up here. Look here, what a fish. Here, looky here. Golly. gobble that jig up. That's a nice fish right there. All right, I'm gonna let you go back down under the bluff. All right. Oh! Oh, here's another good one. Another grande. Look here, folks. Look what a fish. Golly, look what a fish. Oh, dance for me. All right, look here. Woo! Golly. Man, oh man. That's two giants here on this bluff. Look at that. That is a dandy right there now. See it. Golly. Another fish, folks, right here on this. We're at the end of the bluff now. This is what we call a bluff end. And that fish is right on that little ledge, right where it falls off. Well, I felt him pop it just by the time I pulled it off. Golly, what a deal. There he is. Woo! All tore up. Come in here, buddy. The jiggy. Oh, you got it good too. I mean, you got it good. All right, I'll cut you loose. Adios. Oh, Lord, there's another good one. Oh, hey, look here. Woo, he's mad. Are you done? Come up here. There you go. Look at that bad boy. Boy, that's a big old fat pretty fish. Wow. That's a dandy right there. All right, I'll let you go. Adios! Away he went. You know, folks, one thing about fishing these bluffs like this, is fish will live around bluffs pretty much all the time. I mean, they're just pretty much like resident fish. They just live here. And one neat thing about them is, especially fishing in the wintertime, that the fish can move. They can move up and down vertically. I mean, they don't have to move very far to get to shallow water. You know, of course, they'll leave and go spawn, but now there's a lot of them that will spawn right here on these bluffs. They'll just move up real shallow and spawn. But what you want to focus on is when you're going down a bluff, you want to look and find the little cutout places in the bank. You know, look down it and you can see the cutout places. Look at your depth finder, find and see if it's got a ledge on it that just drops off. And that's some of the key things you want to you want to focus on. And also the bluff ends is what we call a bluff end. As you can see on up here, this thing is fixing to end. It's going to transition right up there. It's going to go from the great big rock to the smaller rock. So a couple of key things like that is what you want to look for when you're fishing bluffs. But it's a real good place to catch some good quality fish. As you can see, some of the fish we've caught today, I mean, these have been good fish. And so you always want to check these places out. I mean, bluff fishing's good. I mean, especially in the wintertime. I mean, they'll gang up. A lot of fish will move in and they'll hang around these bluffs because when the water temperature warms up a little bit, all they got to do is just move up vertical. During cold fronts and stuff, they can just move right back down. And I mean, the water temperature is like 65 degrees now, and these fish are sitting in about 25 foot of water down there on a ledge. And I noticed that whenever I pull my bait. When I pull my bait off that ledge, it just falls. I mean, it just don't ever hit bottom unless you just keep peeling out line. But basically what I'm doing, I mean, I'm just making a cast all the way to the edge of that bluff, and I'm just gonna start peeling out line so it'll go all the way to the bottom, and I want it to go straight down, all the way to the bottom. And once it gets to the bottom, and I'm gonna start crawling it out to the edge of where the drop off is. And y'all, basically what I've been feeling is just a little bitty Just a little bitty tap and that's it. And they just swim off with it. But you can tell just as soon as it falls off that ledge, I mean, your line will it'll just keep going. I mean, a lot of people look at something like this and they think, oh, it's too deep. I mean, these fish live on these places like this. There's a lot of good cover for them. There's plenty of deep water, and there's always food around here. I mean, there's always shad and stuff running up and down these bluffs, and they'll get up here and they'll suspend when it gets cold. So you always want to check these places out. It's a good place to catch them. Okay, folks, basically what we got here, this is a 3/4 ounce football head made by Stamina, and got him a little green pumpkin. Got some green in there. The water's fairly clear, so the green in the green pumpkin is really good in clear water. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim, since we're fishing pretty clear water, I'm going to trim his skirt up on this thing and shorten him up a little bit. I want that to come right down. I want that skirt to be just about down to the bottom of that hook. Okay, now I got him trimmed up. Now I'm gonna put my chigger craw on. I'm gonna cut him up a little bit too. I don't like to leave that much of the crawdad hang on there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut him just about half in two. I like to go down to about the second ring. I'm gonna cut him off. Okay, now we're gonna put him on there. You notice he's got some eyes. You always want to rig him up where I always like to run it through where the hook comes right out between his eyes. Just like so. All the way up on there. Okay, now he's ready to go to work. Now if you notice, you can see how the skirt, when you shove it up on there, you can see how the skirt flares out on that thing. That's exactly what you want right there. That's what you want. You got painted eyes on there. You got to be able to see where he's going. I'm gonna take and fan my whiskers out a little bit here. Weed guard. I'm gonna open it up just a little bit. There we go. Now he's ready to go. Got him. Up here, buddy. Another largemouth. Ain't that a little dandy? Nice and healthy. Okay, buddy. Here you go. Back to the house. Got him. Up here, buddy. Another largemouth. Okay, buddy, here you go. Back to the house. Kind of cool though. I just caught this fish here off of you can see a big glob of rock right there. And basically what you see up there on the bank is out here in the water, and that's what that fish right there was around. I mean, it's pretty much a lot of different smaller gravel and smaller rock, but you see them great big boulders right there in that one spot. So I know that's telling me that there's some more out here, so that's what that fish was on. Got him. Oh, that feels like a good fish. Oh Lord, look here, what a fish, folks. Golly, another good one. Another Main Lake point. Oh, this is another good fish. Golly. Got you now. I got you now. Look at that, what a fish. I mean, he eat that jig. All right. How about that? Look at that. Ain't that a pretty fish? That is a nice one. God, dog. All right. I want to cut you loose. See ya. Got him there. Another good boy. Come up here. Holy. I'll tell you what, folks, the big fish are firing today. I mean, he has got a whole mouthful of that jig. I mean, he got it. There's another good one, folks. Man, oh man. That's a dandy. All right, I'm gonna let you go. See ya. There he is. Got him in. Oh, this is another good one. Here he comes. Oh! Woo! Let you go. Golly. Another jig eater. God, you want to look like a little pig. Look at that right there, folks. I'll tell you what, we have caught some quality fish today. Fish right there. Good and healthy. What a chunk. Okay. I'll let you go. Oh, there she goes. Another point. The point is, fish the points. Oh, where's another one? The same point. Golly. Woo, I tell you what. They're eating it, I tell you what. Man, what a fish. All right. What happens, somebody has put a brush pile on the end of this point right here. And that's the second fish I've caught out of it. Every time I find that thing, I catch a fish out of it. You know, one good thing you can do, folks, when you're fishing points like this and you find a brush pile on it, which I've got marker buoys, but I ain't thrown one over, but that's the best thing to do is throw a marker buoy over and you can get right back on it again. It'll save you a lot of time. If I was fishing a tournament, that's exactly what I'd have done. I'd have thrown me a buoy out there where I could have stayed right on this thing. Got him. Got him. Mm-hmm. Another good one. Golly, looky here. That's 3 fish out of the same brush pile. Woo-wee, I tell you what. Look at that. Another nice fish. Man, man. That's a good one. All right. It's 3 fish, folks, out of the same brush pile. Oh. There's another one. Golly. This is a good one here. Yeah, this is a good one. Look here for the fish, folks. Golly. Another good fish. Come up here. Good night, I tell you what. Look at that. Gee. Boy, I mean, she's got it too. There it comes. Well, I mean, they're just eating that jig. Look at that. Ain't that a nice fish? Big old pretty healthy thing. Man, oh man. What a deal. All right, let you go. All right. See. Oh, tried to give me a bat before he left. Well, folks, that's three fish out of the same tree, or maybe it's 4. My cameraman just told me it was 4 fish. So we've caught 4 fish out of the same tree.
Thanks for watching this week's Hooked on Fishing with your host, Mark Goines. Be sure and join Mark again next week at this same time. Hooked on Fishing with Mark Goines. Brought to you by the following fine sponsors: